Talk. Kevin Costner reveals why he is still guarding Whitney Houston's privacy 25 years after they starred in The Bodyguard. What did Kanye West do to make Kim Kardashian cry? A 12-year-old from New Jersey kills herself after being bullied in class for months. Now, her parents are suing the school and her teachers. Is Demi Lovato admitting in her new single, Sober, that she slipped up in her fight to stay away from alcohol and drugs? Then, the Emmy-nominated actress, singer, and star of the Disney Channel comedy, Raven's Home, the fabulous Raven-Symoné is here. Plus, it's Christmas in June with our Summertime Santa. He's bringing fabulous things for summer travel you have a chance to win at home. From the new action-packed crime drama Superfly, the beautiful Jennifer Morrison is our guest co-host. So, let's start talking. At the table today from the hit shows House and Once Upon a Time and the new movie Superfly, the lovely Jennifer Morrison.
I feel like when you're working on a set like that too, you have to be able to be so open and vulnerable with someone, and you have to trust that someone has your back, you know, and the fact that he's really stayed true to that all this time, and he's being that loving and respectful no matter what is really, that's really special.
It is special.
Red.
I do feel like sometimes I look at my closet, I'm like, I wouldn't mind if someone just started over for me. You know, I like my things, and there's like attachments to certain things, but sometimes having a different perspective is kind of nice.
That's true. Yeah. I would think
Why do you think some men lie about their age?
I mean, what a weird kind of thing. I would never have guessed this, not, you know, before hearing her say this, but my guess would be that, you know, they got rejected at some point for being honest. I think most people lie because they've been rejected for being honest at some point. So they probably, hopefully, tried to be honest at some point and it didn't go well. I don't know.
well, to me, it's no mystery. I mean, we live in a youth-obsessed culture. Like, of course people are lying about their age.
I guess nobody's immune to feeling old.
I know why they'd lie. Because those men who say they're 48 but are really 55 to 65, they're looking for women who are 25 to 32. They're thinking, she might go out with me, be interested in me if I say I'm in my late 40s.
When does that truth come out, though? My gosh.
Men just lie because they lie. They lie about everything. They lie about mental status. They lie about size, length, FICO score. They just lie because they lie. If they would stop lying, we would have better relationships. So you ain't got to lie to me, brother. Tell me the truth. If you 65 with a really nice FICO score, call a bitch.
We'll be right back.
How about putting the bully in the guidance counselor?
Exactly. How about putting the bully out of school?
Yes, right.
How about telling the bullies you're suspended, you come back and we see any of this behavior, you're expelled. You're gone. You're gone.
I do think they could have a case if it was a toxic environment and if there was negligence at play, because that is the school's responsibility to some degree. There's always going to be bullying, but if it really got out of hand and they were negligent in the actions they took, absolutely.
And also just knowing that the parents didn't come to the principal did go to the administrators. It's not like this was something going on that the school didn't know about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always hard when you're not there to really see all the details of what went down, but the fact that this happened after she went and talked to the principal, that's really concerning.
Because you just don't know what that conversation did to her. Maybe it exacerbated that despair that she was feeling. So I'm going to adults, and even they seem to be siding with my bullies. Why didn't you have the bullies do something? Why is she hugging somebody that's oppressing her like this each and every day? And to me, this is one of the few times I want to say I'm happy that the parents are going to go into court.
Me too.
Because maybe if I give you this wake-up call in the court systems, then this will never happen to a child.
Things have to change, and especially, you know, with online bullying, there's a whole other layer of things that are going on that I think teachers and parents, we all need to understand what's happening, because it's a whole different discussion than when we were younger and it was just bullying just at school.
And that was bad enough.
And that was bad enough. Now, you know, kids have devices where they lock themselves in a room and they're looking through this stuff all the time. So we all need to be educated into help.
Absolutely. And maybe there needs to be some way that we have a paradigm shift in how we all think and what happens when you see somebody being bullied. You step up, do something, say something, so the children don't feel that they're alone. And adults are getting bullied every day too, so they don't feel that they're alone.
You know, they do that at some schools. Like if you see a child eating alone at lunch, you know, there's like this bench. It's like the friendship bench. You sit there by yourself. Someone is responsible to come up and sit with you, so you're not alone.
That's
It's just this. I think they have a case. I hope they win it. I think they should go after the school district. This is disgusting. It's despicable. We'll be right back.
How much?
Partners means partners. 50-50. We'll earn our share, right?
That's right.
Heads up on raids, patrols, etc., etc. But in the meantime, I feel like we need to have some kind of goodwill gesture. Let's say $1 million gesture by the end of the week. Deal?
That's our guest co-host, Jennifer Morrison, playing a corrupt detective with an attitude in the new movie Superfly, which is based on the 1972 classic. Superfly is in theaters now. Check it out.
Well, what I think is, who spends money on these no-brainer studies? And you need water to live. It's like, look, I do think obviously like men can enjoy those kind of messages more. The other day I needed to reach out to a contractor for something, so I texted a contractor that I had used in the past, and I got back all these flirty texts like, do you need a bid or do you want to meet for a drink?
What?
And I was like, oh, so then I asked his old partner, he was like, oh yeah, he moved to Mexico. Like, so it wasn't the guy's number anymore, but I was just like, how weird. This person doesn't even know who he's talking to. Like, I could be 90 years old.
He was up for it.
He was up to it. He was game, and he kept going, and then he acted offended when I didn't engage.
Oh my goodness.
That's creepy.
So anyway, we have a date tomorrow.
But by the way, there's a double standard for men and women in anything that has to do about sex. Anything.
That's true.
Think about it. Okay, when a guy gets older, he has to go out and sow his wild oats. The woman did that, she's called a slut. Okay? If a guy is like, you know, a playboy bachelor, it's like, oh, you're the one who landed him. You think guys are fighting over a woman who has like slept around?
No.
Even I mean, this is even think about when you read those headlines about a teacher who slept with a student. If it's a guy, he's a predator. If it's a male teacher with a female student, lock him up. He's a predator. If it's a female teacher and a male student, it doesn't get frowned upon the same.
It's a rite of passage. They consider it a rite.
This show is a lighthearted comedy, but there's also a really important message behind the show. So what is that message, and how do you feel about that?
Well, family first, right? That's the main overall message, family first. The second is, you know, in the last season, I don't know if you guys watched it. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, Booker, my son is psychic and I'm psychic, but we haven't told each other. So one of the first things that we tackle in the new season is keeping secrets in family. And I think that's something that happens with all families. We have these secrets, it eats at our soul, it breaks up relationships that don't need to happen. And with this, we show, you know what, it's going to be difficult to tell your truth, but if you are as tight-knit as you say you are, you shouldn't be having these secrets.
Wow.
So we tell each other at the very beginning. And, we deal with social issues, we deal with things that kids go through on an everyday basis, and we have fun doing it. We have a musical episode, you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
a big fan of musical episodes.
As you should be.
Before you were doing
So whether you're road tripping it or going to your favorite destination and checking out new sites, you're going to want this next gift. Jennifer, Jess? All right! It's a $250 gift certificate for Hertz rental car. Whether you're traveling for business or for pleasure, Hertz invites you to experience the best fleet ever. You can pick your car and go. Visit Hertz.com to book now.